Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with another gameplay slash commentary. And this is How to Be a Better Man Part 5. You'll see the gameplay that I'm using is with the PDW setup that I uploaded yesterday. And I got 62 kills. It's the most kills I've gotten since Modern Warfare 2. I basically uploaded a gameplay yesterday on Hijack talking about how I got 62 kills. And so if you guys are interested in that at all, give it a look. It's a pretty cool, pretty short video for you, just giving you some quick tips on my PDW setup. So the question I want to ask you today, and I want you to ask yourself from the COD perspective, is how do you decide who to play with? How do you decide who you're going to get on the sticks with? Like, if you have, you know, me, I've had 100 friends, and then I'll take away like 20. I'll erase 20 friends, and then I'll get 10, 15 more. And I think now I'm approaching 100 again, and so I'm going to have to clean out, you know, who do I not really play with? Who did I friend one time because I played with them for a couple days in a couple lobbies, but I don't ever play with them anymore. I don't even remember who they are. When I look at their gamer card, you know, how do you decide who to play with? You know, I have a tendency when I get on the sticks, if I see someone is in a party, I won't even bother them. I don't ask them if I can play. I don't send them an invite. I just leave them alone. And the only person that I bother is, or the only people I'll say that I bother, is people that I play with on like at least 3 or 4 times a week, like Ocho. I don't care if he's in a party. I don't care if it says he's talking to his mom. I'll hit him up and be like, hey, how many you got in your party? Do you want to play? Blah, blah, blah. You know, because I play with Ocho so regularly, and we're kind of becoming friends, so, you know, we're beyond the Xbox Live awkwardness that is created when you send somebody an invite that you just met in a lobby that you played with for a couple games, and you guys just tended to dominate together, so you wanted to play with them in the future. And like Shao, you know, Steven, he streams a lot, and I'll normally check to see if he's streaming, and sometimes he'll just hit me up on Twitter and be like, hey, get in my stream, or he'll send me a party invite and I'll accept it. But normally I won't send him an invitation to play with me because he's normally, you know, scrimming, or he's playing with, you know, a whole bunch of really beast players, and I could probably join them and not do too horrible. I'm not a beast player, but I could go positive. But I'm not always playing with people that play at that level, because I play with you guys, and, you know, I play with people that I meet on 3DR, you know, that may not have the highest KDs and be the most amazing players, but I enjoy their company and I enjoy playing with them. And I don't always have, you know, amazing games and stuff like that. Matter of fact, to some people, my games aren't amazing. They don't listen to this for the gameplay. They listen for the commentary. So when it comes down to it, you know, you have to make a decision and prioritize, like, who do I play with? You know, there's times when I get on the sticks and I actually appear offline. And when it comes to life, you know, you have to make a decision as to which relationships in your life you're going to give priority. And so whether it's your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your siblings, your relationship with your coworkers, your relationship with your kids, your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your online friends, your relationship with your YouTube friends, your relationship with YouTube commentators in general. I know that for some people, like, they watch YouTube and listen to YouTube commentators more than they read their school books. You know, and that can become really dangerous. Or, you know, you're always watching a stream on Twitch or something like that, and that can become really dangerous. It's the same in your life. You know, you need to decide who's most important. For me personally, and I'm going to take a stance here and say that there is a problem in the country that I live in America. I know not all of you guys are from America, but there's a problem in our nation that I know of. I don't know about your nation, that the family unit is becoming more and more broken. And there are so many broken families, and it's becoming usual to have stepdads and stepmoms, and to have stepbrothers and stepsisters, and that is now the norm. And the reason why that concerns me personally is, as a man, is that, you know, what's happening is that men, we're not leading anymore. We're actually following, and we're doing really stupid things, and 3/4 of divorces are filed by women. And it's probably because the man either left, cheated on her, or did something stupid, you know. And there's always an irreconcilable differences, and it's really like, well, he slept with his secretary, or he cheated on me, and was having a love affair on Facebook or whatever it is. It's a crazy world out there right now, and the last thing we need is for the family unit to be broken. I come from a very, very, very broken family. My mom has been married 3 times. My wife's mom has been married 3 times. And so my mom is divorced from her 3rd marriage and hasn't remarried since then, but my wife's mom is actually still married to the 3rd guy. It looks like that's going to work out. But my mom's last husband we thought was going to work out. So you never know, because the propensity of divorce raises so much. It's ridiculous. It's 45 to 50% on a first marriage is going to end in divorce. And a second marriage is like 65 to 80%. Third marriage is higher than that. So the likelihood when you enter into a 3rd marriage that you're going to get a divorce is over 80%. And the reason is that when you divorce, you don't learn how to stay married. You don't learn how to have a good relationship. You learn how to get divorced. And you learn that that's an option, and that if the going gets rough, you can just leave. And so I think it's really important that you guys ask yourselves the questions. I think it's really important that you guys ask yourself the questions, who is most important in your life, and how are you making them a priority? What steps are you taking to make sure that if your wife is your priority, how are you making her the priority? Are you giving her the time that she needs? Are you dedicating time to her just like you dedicate time to YouTube, or you dedicate time to getting on the sticks and playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2? If your kids are a priority, how are you dedicating time to your kids? And so there's all these relationships that are going to fight for attention in your life, and the ones you're going to always gravitate to is the ones that make you feel the best. And in all honesty, you're not always going to feel good about, your parents. You're not going to always feel good about your wife or your husband. You're not going to always feel good about your peers at school, or your coworkers, like your boss. You may not always feel good about that relationship. However, for most of us, because we can click a like or a dislike button, we can turn off a video while it's playing, we always feel good about YouTube, or playing on Xbox, because we can rage quit, and you can't rage quit your parents. You can't rage quit your marriage. And people are doing that, though. They're trying to do that, and they're acting as if a marriage is like dating, and, oh, I can just leave if I don't like the way things are going. And man, the reason why I do what I do is that I really want to fight against that. And this How to Be a Better Man series it's important to me, because if I told my wife the other day, I said, if I could convince every man to stay married to his wife, the wife of his choosing, when you choose a wife, if I could convince you to stay married to her, I could save this country. And that's a reality, is that the broken family unit is the cause of so many of our problems, and mistaken identities in kids, and mistaken identities in people that go and shoot up schools and things like that. A lot of that comes from broken families. Broken families create these mistaken identities in young women and young men, and they don't know who they are, and they go searching for it on the internet, in the arms of some crazy person, in an abusive relationship, in just in crazy places. And to be a better man, you have to ask yourself the question is, who is most important to me in my life, and could I prove that? Is there evidence in my life? Do my decisions and the decisions I make every day support that fact, that that person is the most important relationship that I have? I hope that this has been helpful to you guys. I know the series has, but I hope this video in particular, and the game that you're watching, I know is really interesting down the stretch, and it's probably in that part about right now. And maybe I'll just let it play out, but it was a really good game, and we kind of tied it up. They took the lead, and you guys can see what's going on. But this is your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
A lockdown.